Hey everyone, this is Yami, your Latina next door. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a little excited today because this video is going to be a little different. I shared with you guys in the past that I wanted to add some complete room transformations, and I have several that I've already done in this house, but I kind of wanted to start off with some of the rooms that I recreated in my last home. That way you guys can see kind of how my style has evolved and how it's changed for the better. Now, this was before I was a YouTuber, so a lot of these are just gonna be pictures, but I do have a lot of before and afters. Now, I do have a complete house tour of that house. I take you from the top floor all the way to the basement. If you guys wanna do that walkthrough, I will go ahead and link it in the description box below as well as the cards above. Now, before we start, make sure you subscribe if you wanna see more videos like this, as well as give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy what you see. So this was our last home, and this was the first home that my husband and I purchased after we were married. So as soon as you entered the house, you can see the formal dining room to your left. And as you can see, there were a lot of beige walls. And the only thing I had in that room was the table because it was brand new purchase when we got the house. So then with a coat of light blue paint, some new trim paint as well, and some purchase items from Craigslist, I gave this room a complete makeover. I purchased some inexpensive khaki curtains from IKEA. I sewed those slipcovers for the chairs. I even made a table runner. That chandelier was a $20 Craigslist buy that I painted and added new light bulbs to. And of course, some florals and inexpensive mirrors and sconces finished off the look, and I was very pleased with how this dining room came out. Then to the right of the dining room and directly in front of you as you entered the house was a plain foyer. Again, more beige walls and nothing really of interest in this space. It was pretty narrow with not much wall space, and the landing up top didn't have much character either. So I changed the wall color to Repose Gray, which was more modern. I gel stained the handrails to a darker tone, and I added new trim paint throughout. I also decided to paint the French doors a darker gray as well as the inside of the front door to give the space more interest. I kept the addition of furniture and accents very minimal and light to keep the space feeling large. Next up was the horrible kitchen with green bean colored walls. This was probably my least favorite part of this house. The kitchen was so small, so I had to make it seem and feel larger. The breakfast area was also this horrible green, so the first thing I did was paint my walls gray. Now this did help the space, along with getting stainless steel appliances that kind of updated the area, but it still wasn't enough. The breakfast area did look really nice, however, the table was too small and that dresser was more for a bedroom than a breakfast area. Now I did replace that dresser with a buffet and a couple of shelves above it to kind of indicate a little bar area. I sold that round table set and I replaced it with some Craigslist finds. But it wasn't until I stenciled the breakfast accent wall as well as add rustic floating shelves that the space finally came together. Of course, the entire space wasn't complete until I painted my kitchen white, and that did it. I was so happy with this space once it was completed. Just off the kitchen was a small half bath for guests, and it was really sad as well. So I decided to tile the entire wall as well as replace the toilet, the vanity, and the lights, and this is how it turned out. Now, I probably won't use that color tile again. However, it was a night and day transformation that I was really proud of because I did pretty much do that wall on my own, and it was a definite conversation starter when we had guests over. The master bedroom was also very blah, even though it was a very large space. I didn't do too much to this bedroom besides painting it blue, but I did really like my little office nook to the right. It was very nice to sit down and do work there. The kids' bedrooms were also really bland, and I decided to make it fun for them by adding decals and fun wall colors like this one. And of course, for the purposes of not making this video way too long, this is what the house looked like when we decided to put it up for sale before we moved up to this one. So this is how the home was staged from top to bottom. Now, this wasn't necessarily how we lived in the home, as we did do a declutter and kind of depersonalize the space for when we listed it. However, it did work because we were under contract within 12 days of listing our home. I have thought of creating a video with all of my tips on how to sell your home fast, all the things you should do, and what I learned from mine. If you are interested, let me know and I will put that video together. And I am curious to know which one was your favorite room in this house. Well, that's it for this video. I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. Until then, adios.